What are you talking about?
We got some conversations to go on. We've seen some movies lately, finally. We've actually seen some things in theater.
Yeah.
Some more successful than others. But let's talk about some movie topics. What do you got for us?
Okay, well, it's interesting that you say that, because these conversation questions are not about movies.
Perfect. I'm glad I did that intro.
Stellar intro, Don.
Okay, so here's the first thing. Take a moment to think about it. What was ruined because too many people started doing it? And the answer cannot be your mom.
No, it will not be.
You just dissed your own mom.
I said it can't be that. It can't be that. Because the place where I brought this from, like that one got a lot of likes.
Too many people started.
I got two. Okay, I'll give you my first one. When people started saying Die Hard was a Christmas movie,
It is.
you know, it was kind of a chuckle-worthy thing, and then people made it their ideology. It's like saying Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Okay?
But it also is.
It was chuckle-worthy when a couple of people were bringing it up randomly.
But it is. Like Gremlins is a Christmas movie, literally.
Okay.
You thought the election in the United States was controversial? Die Hard being a Christmas movie is Paul's... That's the line he's dying on right there. So, what's your other one?
My other one is, okay. When did it start? 20 years ago? When people started wearing their pants a little bit low? Okay? I used to think those people looked gangsta. Okay, they look kind of cool and tough.
And then they wore it to their knees.
And then everybody started doing it.
Yeah.
And then even people who looked like wieners started doing it. And they don't look gangsta.
I'm gonna do it in my jogging pants.
I've never thought it looked like intelligent at all.
And then when teen girls started going out with pajama bottoms.
Yeah.
Okay? And I thought, that's pretty rebellious. All right. And then 45-year-old moms and even dads started going to the grocery store with pajama bottoms on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I see it still. Yeah. So, if you're one of those people that do that, don't.
Yeah.
It's over. Okay.
The backwards baseball cap. Everyone wearing a baseball cap backwards. I see people at the baseball games doing this. Wearing a baseball cap. Oh, I gotta get that sun out of my eyes. Maybe flip the hat around like it's supposed to be worn.
Was the world better when people wore the cap forward?
You didn't look so stupid.
But I don't think people look stupid wearing their baseball cap backward.
When it's a 70-year-old guy on YouTube flipping his hat around because he's trying to look cool, you look stupid.
Oh, you're right.
See, look.
Yeah.
Like, you look dumb.
Okay, Don wins.
Thanks for proving my point.
Nope, you still look dumb.
But we see less of it. That's why I like the brim.
Okay, yours.
All of the woke stuff. Like in movies, all of it. People started doing it. Like one movie did it, and then like everybody does it. And now Disney does it in everything. The world was better before that.
Yeah. Like, I thought it was pretty cool when they had couples in movies. One was white and one was black. And I said, oh, that's interesting. Okay, you don't see that too often.
Now you can't watch anything, and it's not an interracial couple.
Yeah.
Anything. Commercials, anything.
Yeah. So they just...
Like, what was it?
Everywhere.
We were at the movies the other day, and there was a trailer on, or a commercial, or whatever it was. And, like, the Friends group that was there at this, that was hanging out at a Christmas dinner, there was nobody of the same nationality or anything in this Friends group. Like,
It's
there's diversity.
ideological world, but it's not reality.
Yeah, there's diversity, and then there's just like, okay, you're trying way too hard. Mm-hmm. Right? So...
Okay. Now, we know that this is controversial, so it's just... We see it. We don't want to harp on it.
Okay.
Please don't cancel us.
All 200 of you. All right, next.
Okay, that's it?
Yeah, that's enough on that one topic.
What is a benign, unpopular opinion you have. Not a big one like the earth is flat. Okay? But benign as in golden retrievers are ugly.
Right. Okay.
Best drink ever. Bar none. The zero is even better than their regular Dr. Pepper.
And I don't like Dr. Pepper at all.
I think it's one on my low on my list.
Very
You
low.
said insignificant.
Tastes like
unpopular.
like
yeah.
cinnamon candy hearts to me. Right? Those,
Yeah.
and I don't know, I just can't do it.
Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Die Hard's a Christmas movie. That's one. Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, but I think most people would try to be
Agree.
popular, and say yes, it is a Christmas movie.
Can we talk about Gremlins? And how it's a Christmas movie?
Way off topic.
But he got Gizmo as a Christmas gift for his son at the old Chinese shop.
Okay.
Okay? The whole thing takes place at Christmas.
Okay.
What is not Christmas? What is not Christmas?
Remember when Santa came in and saved the day? Santa with muscles?
Listen, Santa Claus does not have to be in a movie for it to be Christmas.
So,
Gizmo was
what about-
wearing a Santa hat.
I understand. So, what about Christmas? Did this plot expand on, or was it about creatures wreaking havoc?
At Christmas.
I don't care. If something is filmed in Canada, it doesn't make it a Canadian historical movie. Because Napoleon was in Bill and Ted's Adventure doesn't make it a war movie.
We already discussed this, and yes, it does. Anyway, Gremlins, Christmas movie. If you disagree, you're probably wrong like Paul. Okay, another twist.
We completely turned off in a different direction.
Okay, what's the question? What's the original question?
What's a benign, unpopular opinion you have?
Unpopular opinion that I have. Most of my opinions are super popular. What do you got?
Mine has to do with cruising.
Okay.
So everybody who does this Alaska cruise seems to think it is the best. My wife also went on the New England Canada cruise. And she says, wow, it's amazing. She wants to go on these all the time. And I'm thinking, I don't care about seeing Canada and the US. I live here. I see it every day. I walk down the street. Look at that. It's a Canadian tree. I don't care. That is the least worthy cruise for me to go on.
Except he's never done it.
I have not done it, and I don't want to do it. I don't see the point of it. Now, Caribbean cruise, Mediterranean cruise, Scandinavian cruise. Oh, I'm seeing things I've never seen before. This is exciting. New experiences.
Have you ever seen a glacier?
On TV.
Well, you've seen Rome on TV too. That doesn't make it mean you've been there.
No.
So don't give me that.
No.
Have you ever seen eagles by the thousands in the air flying over your head?
I just went to Puerto Rico. Never been there before. New experiences. I saw 3,000 pigeons in one place.
Pigeons, folks.
Amazing.
Forget about bears and humpback whales and orca. Forget about all that stuff because Paul doesn't think that's a unique experience.
I've seen snowbanks. I don't need to go to Alaska.
No, you haven't. You have not seen a snowbank.
Anyway.
Until you've been to Alaska.
Obviously, my opinion is unpopular.
Yes.
Here's building on yours, okay? That's related to cruise. I think, and this has nothing to do with your channel or anything like that. I think cruising is the way to vacation. I've been to both. I've done a resort, and I've done cruising, and cruising is so much better. The fact that you go out and you go to you're like at one port in one country, and then the next day you're in a completely different country, and the beaches are beautiful, the temperatures are beautiful.
But how is this an unpopular opinion?
Because there are people that are like die-hard resort people that think that cruising, no way. You're stuck on this ship that, oh, you're going to get seasick, or the
Petri dishes.
disease is rampant, or whatever their reasons are, right? That there are people that are like, no, a resort's the way to go. I disagree. Cruising is like, all of the entertainment is there. That's the way to vacation.
Yeah, my wife and I were just having a conversation like, should we go on a cruise and spend this much money, or use that money, all that money, and like stay in Ontario and like go do some things here, and we could do a lot of good things with all that money. And we're thinking, well, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
The cruise ship has it all.
Yeah. yeah. And it's walking distance, unless you're Paul, and then you got to find your way around. But for most people,
Anywhere I
it's
go
walking
is
distance.
quadruple the distance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paul went up 2 floors. Took him 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, what is an addiction most people don't think of as an addiction?
Sugar.
Yeah, but
Sugar.
some people will
Coffee.
say sugar is...
Most people.
No, people know coffee is addictive.
But they don't consider it an addiction.
Well, coffee drinkers will say, yes, I know it's an addiction, but I'm okay with it.
Exactly.
Because it's not a negative
But
addiction.
no. If you go to somebody and say you're addicted to coffee, they'll go, no, I just like it.
I'll admit, I have to have it every day. Most days. Like, there are some days I'll skip it, but most days I'm having coffee. But sugar, that's an addiction. That's probably one of the most addictive things. And a lot of people are being like, no, I like to have my sweets or whatever. No, you're addicted to sugar. The sugar in breads, the sugar in
So you're saying addiction to carbs.
carbs. Yeah, that's sugar. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's poison. And right now I'm not on keto, so I'm eating it, but it's poison. And I know it's poison.
Yeah, even the carbs that everybody says is healthy, well, that's what you're taught, but we know other things, and it's not healthy, but people don't want to accept that because of the addiction to carbs.
Yeah, and I think that you can get all of your essential vitamins even from a carnivore diet. You can get everything you need
Yeah,
from a carnivore diet.
But it's just not as enjoyable.
No, not.
So,
Another addiction, social media.
but people know that's an addiction.
Yeah, but there are people who know, hey, if I go down this rabbit hole, I'm going to get upset and I'm going to get angry. But they do it every day and they're on it all the time and they're getting themselves angry and frustrated at the world and everything's bad and they can't shut it off. Mm-hmm. They don't realize, just turn it off and it all ends.
You know what, though? Political YouTube videos.
Okay, well, this is...
That's what we're talking about.
I was going to say cell phone.
Yeah, that's not necessarily social media, though. Social media is when you're having a back and forth. But I'm like just watching the videos themselves. I'll watch one after another, after another, after another.
Mine is the addiction is being in your bubble. So
In your echo chamber?
yeah, if you're all about what we call the woke stuff, you will be in there, and if you will not take a step outside. If you're in the anti-woke stuff, you are in there and you won't take a step outside. People used to be able to have this spectrum of thought.
Yeah,
And
but now the algorithm on that, if you watch one video, say you watch one video on I hate Disney, and then you watch it, it leads into a second one. Now the other algorithm says, they like those videos, and that's all you get now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, intellectual diversity is the only diversity that is no longer allowed.
Well, and that's being taught in universities now. Think the way the university thinks or get out. And that's also a problem. Universities are addicted to.
oh look, I have a movie related one.
Oh.
What is the most traumatic death scene in a movie from the 70s or 80s?
Okay. The horse in the Never-Ending Story. When it sinks into the mud,
This
quicksand.
I saw the movie, I don't remember this.
It's the most, like, grown men will cry.
Right? Old Yeller. When the dog gets rabies and he has to shoot his own
The 70s
dog.
or the 60s?
I think it was the 70s. But, yeah, beyond a doubt, that is the most dramatic moment in a movie of a death scene, for
Okay.
sure.
For me, it was when the thing came out of the dog in the movie The Thing.
Really?
Oh, that
Oh,
screwed me up.
it was a horror movie. Oh, it scared me to death.
That
at the time.
screwed me up.
Screwed me up.
I remember watching that movie like this.
Yeah,
At that every time that scene came on.
I was okay with that.
I am the way I am today because of that scene.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
That's how bad it was.
Okay.
All right. I think that's a good point to wrap it up because we're way over time.
Oh, I had one more. Okay.
We'll save it for next time. Anticipation, folks. Anticipation.
It's an addiction.
Bangkok!